To get the operation running, Tony sends youngest son Mike to set up the water supply.
My dad wants to get some more sluicing done before the end here because he wants more gold. And since we can't go to the Indian, this is one of the only other places we can go to at the moment. So I'm just making sure to start getting stuff ready. Look at that. That thing is stuffed. That thing's full of dirt. I'm gonna have to pull it out to see how much. You like breathing, right? So imagine if I were to shove your nose and your mouth just full of makes it hard to breathe. Well, the pump likes having water flow through it. So it's full of it don't like that. Thing's broken. Whole thing's gonna have to get fixed.
The screen that protects the water intake is plugged solid.
I think the road's gonna have to fix that.
But that's not all.
I just dug out your thing and I pulled out the suction because it was chock full of mud. Your hose is broken and the suction screen's just letting you know that you're gonna need, if you want to get this thing started up today, it's gonna be a little bit of work before you get her going. Wiggle.
Oh, what you got?
Chock full, obviously.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Pretty much. So all we gotta do now is fix this suction and put it back together and make a go out of it. So we may as well cut the off. So pretty much what you're gonna do is take your truck, come in with the Oshkosh, drive up there, back in here, throw the suction on it and bring it up the top.
Okay.
That's the only play. It'll be 10 trips up and down. Put the pressure washer on it, clean the out.
Oh yeah.
That's where you have the toys, because if we're gonna get a couple more ounces, then this thing is gonna have to run, okay? So you say it, but this is one thing. It seems to be a dozen other ones. Okay, let's do it, guys.
Firing up the Kiwi hasn't gone with it, let's be honest. So, slowly but steadily, we'll make it work.
On Paradise Hill, the Beets are fighting to get their second wash plant, the Kiwi, up and running in the cursed Hunker Cut. So far, a plugged screen, broken intake hose, and sudden engine failure have stopped them from firing up the plant.
We got a water truck. And I was too lazy to get a steam cleaner here, so I do it this way.
Kevin makes up a new coupler to reattach the screen's cage to the hose.
We got the new coupler on, that is perfect. Now we just gotta get it back down to the Kiwi plant, plug everything together. We can finally start sluicing down there.
Down at the cursed Hunker Cut,
You got this hose, let's lay the in.
it's time to put it all back together again and pray it all works.
1, 2, 3, 6. Ruby, lift that thing up. Okay, walk ahead. Good. Perfect. Get ready to start sluicing, I suppose.
This curse cut, this curse cut has been nothing but problems. But now we're up and running, so hopefully the curse cut can give us a little bit of a break.
With the curse of the Hunker Cut lifted, Tony now has 2 wash plants sluicing gold-rich pay dirt at a combined 450 yards per hour, giving him a fighting chance of hitting his 4,500-ounce season goal.
Hey, Tony. Think we the rest of the fall through there? See how much gold we're gonna get out of it.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. How are you guys?
It's obviously getting cold out. Little girl's got warm blankets instead of just the muslins.
You should toughen them up. That's what you gotta do.
On a sunny day that was slightly brisk, you're like, doesn't she have a hat? She's gonna get cold. Like, come on, man. You can't have it both ways.
I would put it on a clothesline. I was a clothesline kid and see how I turned out.
Well, we're all wondering about that, Tony, still. How was it this week?
We were on that New Zealand plant for a bit.
So the trommel was running all week while all this other stuff went on?
Yeah.
That thing is nice and dependable, isn't it?
Always was.
I love dependable.
Okay, who's gonna count?
Not me.
Ah, fate is late.
I think we should do the Kiwi first.
Kiwi first, let's go.
Tony is still 900 ounces short of his 4,500-ounce season goal.
Let's put a in there, Kevin.
Oh, there's some chunkies in there.
Sounds like some big in there.
20, 30, 40, 60, 63.25.
Not bad, huh?
Nice little hole you found.
That should all kind of help towards the total.
Okay, let's do next trommel. 100, 150, 200, 260, 297.03.
For a total of 360.28 ounces, worth almost $650,000, bringing their season total to 3,988 ounces, over 500 ounces shy.
We're getting pretty close.
I mean, that's quite a bit more than we've been getting.
We're getting to the bottom of our cuts.
Don't count it until,
No. Dry it, weigh it, and then we'll talk.
right?
Somehow we'll get there to our totals, right?
Oh, let's just keep going until we do.
You have fun with that. We will be in Mexico.
This definitely isn't working. Well, buddy, I think that's probably all we're gonna get for now.
Without a full crew,
Probably your last scoop for the day, man.
they can't dig enough dirt to keep the wash plant fed. And they have no choice but to shut it down.
You know, it's frustrating right now. You know, this is the prime of the season. This is when you should be sluicing, having these plants run 24 hours a day. We got to shut this thing down. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. We got to get some more help. Everybody's just spread too thin right now.
Let's go have a chat with the boss and see if we can figure this out. Hey, man, we just had to shut down Big Red because we ran out of pay. And we don't have enough people. We need some more bodies. And I mean, right now, you know, with everybody having to go through quarantine and all that, it's going to make it tough, but the sooner we can get somebody up here, the better.
Yeah, the big problem here is somebody with no experience is almost worse than nobody.
Man, I don't care if they have lots of experience, no experience. We can train them, whatever you can find us.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do what I can as quick as I can. This year, you know, I've left Mitch and Brennan in charge at Big Red, and everybody here is working their off.
Parker Schnabel's gunning for a record-breaking season. To get back to running a full operation, he's brought on 2 new miners.
trying to find people this time of year is really difficult because good people are working, you know? We have 2 new people, but no promises on where we end up.
In the last cut, Big Red is up and running again. Seasoned operator Monique Stone stockpiles gold-rich dirt.
I'm totally up for any challenge. I love this work.
Portuguese rookie miner Tatiana Costa has been hired to drive a loader, but this is the first time she's ever fed a wash plant.
This is my first season mining. This is all very new for me, so learning the machines, learning how to operate them. Every day is a learning day.
All right, so the most important thing here when you're feeding the plant is you want to be nice and straight when you're going up to the hopper feeder.
Okay.
Don't come in at a sharp angle, make sure you're back and nice and straight with it.
Yeah.
Drive up. The biggest thing is height. You want to have enough lift that you don't crash into it.
Okay, awesome.
All right. See how she does.
It's a bit nerve-wracking.
Start lifting. Okay, steer to your left just a little bit. Okay, all right. Start tipping forward, now forward. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Okay, keep pulling forward. Lift as you're going forward. Just one smooth motion. Did good. You got the first one in without crashing anything out. That's the most important. So, hardest things for a mechanic and a foreman is to, well, turn over your wash plant to somebody that's new. And we definitely, don't want to see anything bad happen here, but, nobody's ever going to learn unless you give them a try.
I feel a little bit, 0.1% more confident. I'm not quite as
You hold up right there. I'm going to give you this remote. Okay, so this is the control for dumping the grizzlies. I'm going to start digging some pay. If you got any questions, holler at me on the radio.
Yep.
And we'll see how it goes.
Okay. I'll give it my best.
All right, you're doing good.
Thanks for your help.
No problem.
Awesome.
I'm going to go jump in the 480, start digging some more so we can keep this thing running day and night.
Mitch gets back in the 480 to help Monique build up the pay pile.
This year with being behind schedule and trying to make up for lost time, we're certainly wanting to run everything just as fast as we can. And, well, that definitely makes it tough for new operators, but we'll just give them a chance here and see what they got.
At Scribner Creek, Parker's crew gathers to see how much gold the new crew members helped bring in.
What's up, Newman?
Hey, Mitch. So how'd your week go, Junior?
Yeah, it's been a challenge finding people that can get into the Klondike, right? Because it's just like quite a few borders to get through, and the Yukon has its own set of restrictions.
Are these experienced operators then?
They're pretty green. They're both all right.
Yeah, give them some time, see if they can work their way in, get accustomed to it.
Well, how'd we end up doing with a little bit of downtime and...
Well, I tell you what, Junior, even though you guys lost a shift, Big Red did really well this week.
It did it?
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
Got the big jar.
I got the big jar. Ready?
You betcha.
So far this season, Big Red has averaged 200 ounces a week.
60, 100, 130, 220, 270, 280.
Keep it going.
340. You're joking, right?
Nope, that's it right
356.65. Wow.
Well done.
That's unreal.
Jeez.
Good job, partner.
$500,000 week.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Big Red's just crunching it. That last cut you guys are in just...
We must have hit a hot spot or something. That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, actually, Lucifer did really well, too.
20, 40, 80. 160, 220, 272.95. Finally, we beat him. Yeah, that's awesome.
So for the week, it's 629.5 ounces, and our season total is 2,303 ounces. Not bad.
Holy smokes. That's one of the bigger cleanups Big Red has.
You know, that's a heck of a good week, Parker. Really good.
629 ounces is worth $1.1 million. Parker is well on his way to a record-breaking season and building the war chest he needs to buy new ground.
Sweet. That's not a bad place to be right now.
In Fairbanks, Alaska, Parker Schnabel and drill master Liam Ferguson bring in the sonic drill to prospect a 3,000-acre claim at Cleary Creek.
Ready to go drilling. Spend some more money.
Make some money.
Gonna make some money?
Not working for you, we don't.
Mining the miners.
Oldest trick in the book, Parker.
The gold rush hit this part of Alaska in the early 1900s. The Fairbanks area has since produced over 8 million ounces of gold, worth, at today's prices, over $15 billion. Parker and Liam head out to choose a location to test, based on historic drilling data.
1, 2, 3 here. This is the main cut. This is the edge. Yeah, so this is all, for sure, this is all virgin along here.
Cleary Creek was dredged in the 1940s, but strips of virgin ground remain. If Parker finds one of them, he could hit the jackpot.
It's about a 300-foot strip here that was left by the dredge. So we're standing on stripped virgin ground. We're hoping to put a few holes in, and if we're getting results the same as what the dredge drilling did back in the 40s, and it's looking like a pretty good spot.
We just got the drill moved over here to Cleary Creek. Hopefully, we can get some drilling down and find some gold.
It's Parker's last push to find new ground before he returns home to his operations in the Yukon. "260 miles southeast on the Indian River.
Don, I think we're in pretty good shape here at Big Red. It's motoring along pretty smooth.
All right, you bet. I'm just gonna hammer down on pay here.
Yeah, copy that.
Parker has left foreman Mitch Blaschke in charge of his entire operation, running Slucifer at the Promised Land and Big Red at the last cut.
Right now we're trying to not only sluice as fast as we can, but we're trying to open up ground as fast as we can, and that's been the challenge. I just want to keep everything on track and have it where it needs to be when Parker gets back. I want to have this operation running smooth. I want to have a lot of gold down the gold room.
This season, the mine has averaged 450 ounces a week. To keep up the pace for the 4 weeks Parker's away, Mitch needs to bring in a massive 1,800 ounces of gold.
It's necessary to keep the plant running. You can't let Parker down.
It's a big ask.
If we're going to have success with Big Red and Slucifer this year, we know that we've got to have them running 24 hours a day. Obviously, you don't want to come up here and be away from your family and spend the whole summer, working up here to go home broke. This is my 4-year anniversary, and I really wish that either I could be home or my wife could be up here, but with all the travel restrictions, that just isn't happening. So it definitely makes it tough.
Brennan Ruo digs pay dirt in the last cut.
We're manpower short and equipment short, so everything here has to run extremely perfect in order for us to have a fighting chance. I definitely know Mitch is feeling the pressure. I think he has a lot more sleepless nights than he lets on, so I hope everything's going really smooth down there for him.
Parker Schnabel is back in the Yukon after his prospecting trip in Alaska.
Welcome home.
Just in time for a big 4-week gold weigh.
I don't even remember what gold looks like. Been gone so long.
Looks like that yellow stuff right there. So how was your trip?
Drilling didn't go great on the first property, but the second one it did. It's a place called Cleary Creek. It's going to take a few years to develop. A lot more exploration that needs to get done.
Boy, it'd be a heck of an adventure, wouldn't it?
Mitch and the crew arrive to see how much gold they've produced in the month Parker's been away.
What's up, Jimmy? Oh, hey, you made her back.
I'm back.
Did you find yourself? Did you find your center? So what do you think? Are we gonna be moving wash plants there? Or?
If gold prices stay high, there's a good chunk of mining there, I think. We just need a plane. And then any of us could go back and forth quite easy. It's like an hour and 20-minute flight.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
No, it's good. And it looks like things have been going great here.
Hey, we were busy.
You guys have been busy.
We were very busy, yeah.
Definitely tired.
First up, the gold from Mitch's last week in charge.
This was for Big Red.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, 20, 30, 60, 80, 100, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 174.25.
So Tyson, this is yours.
Then this is not his, just to be clear.
Mitch needs 1,800 ounces total to prove himself as a second in command. At least 450 ounces every week.
119.30.
Slucifer and Big Red together have 293 ounces, worth $550,000, well short of Mitch's weekly target.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some bumps in the road. Yeah, there's definitely some bumps in the road along the way. You know, some issues with Big Red, we worked through those.
Now for the gold from the previous 3 weeks.
Let's see this stuff.
All right, so what we have.
Don't drop it.
Is this the last one, Chris?
Are they like 200 apiece or 300 apiece? Or?
They're like 500 apiece.
What?
5.5.
That's a good month.
Yeah.
In the 4 weeks Parker was away, Mitch smashed his target out of the park with 2,293 ounces of gold, worth $4.3 million.
There's your airplane.
We can all have our own.
That's like the biggest one we've ever had, isn't it, dude?
Oh, yeah. No, this is definitely a record breaker.
That used to be a season.
Oh, yeah.
And a good one, too.
Feels good to see it sitting there.
You guys crushed it.
Nice work, buddy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
2,000 ounces.
There you go.
Jeez.
Good job, guys, really.
Doesn't
That's
even
impressive.
feel real looking at those bags.
Right?
So we got a season total of 47.87.
I should leave more often.
I mean, if you want, I mean, we could.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Taking Parker to a total so far of $8.75 million.
I'm pumped. And like to be able to be gone and have one of the best months this company's ever had is awesome. And like I just can't thank you guys enough.
This is the cheapest way of gold mining I have ever seen. It's just me and Terrence down here running the whole show.
3 weeks into the tailings, the two-man operation is down to the last 12,000 yards. Ruby Mahoney feeds the plant while mechanic and rookie operator Terrence Swanson runs the loader.
Hey, Terrence. Maybe one day you can show me how to be a mechanic.
I work better alone with that.
Today's a little bit more interesting than others. I have a different loader operator. So right now we have Terrence, and that's my boyfriend. So right now I just get to sit up here and judge all of his operating skills. I'm gonna hop down and just show you a little trick with the edge, okay?
Okay. It's boyfriend Terrence's first day in a loader.
So you're making quite a berm for yourself. A really good thing to do is every time you go and jump, when your bucket is tilted like this, you can put it down and scrape this berm back.
Okay.
So that you're killing 2 jobs at once.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Good luck. I love you. What the?
What happened?
I don't know. I think the plant is jammed. Kevin, we have a major problem here at the shaker deck.
See that pulley? Yeah. Okay, hang on. Okay, fire up. What's the See that? This is finished because the groove is worn out. Might as well take this off and we'll throw a new belt on and we're gonna need a new pulley. Good enough, have fun. That's really something I didn't want to do today.
Welder and wash plant specialist Cody Hunter steps in.
When a belt has been loose and not gripping, the pulley spins inside the belt instead of gripping to the pulley.
Oh, wait, I might need the bigger one.
Terrence just brought the new pulley. So all we gotta do now is just slide it on.
Beautiful.
Oh.
So we're trying to change this pulley here. And the way that these go together is just a shaft coming out of the motor, and then there's a taper lock that holds this pulley onto the shaft. And the taper lock is now come apart in pieces. So it's they're usually quite simple, but this taper lock has seen better days.
On Tony's shaker deck, a taper lock secures the pulley to the shaft. Kevin has removed the grub screws, but the taper has cracked and jammed inside the pulley.
If wasn't broke, we'd have that pulley off already. However, the taper lock that's in there, it's in pieces. Because this thing is gonna be
miserable all day.
The whole way.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame how it's just one thing after another with this plant.
She's out.
She's out.
This is what is supposed to be in there. This is what holds the pulley tight to the shaft. So when you go to take this apart, you use the bolts that are in it to push this lock away from the pulley. This is what was in that one. When it broke in half, all the bits and pieces come out, and we had no threads for the bolts to push it away. So it just required some tender love.
Yeah, and now we gotta put it all back together. Okay. Got a new belt on, new pulley on. Hopefully it works.
Well, how's you looking? You got it?
Everything's together, about to fire up.
Well, fire up. I want to have a look at it. Okay, fire up. Perfect. Okay, well, let's make some money.
The Beets are back on the gold.
I'm just hoping that it was just a hiccup because this is crunch hour. We need to get through this material as fast as we possibly can.
Down 2 hours, $4,000, just like that. It all adds up, right? So now it's back up and running. It'd be nice to finish up the tailings by the end of this week.
This year, with the gold prices being so high, we were able to take risks that I don't think Tony would have taken before. The fuel prices being so low, Tony's gonna get a good payout for a very minimal investment. This is the last scoop going in.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
At Paradise Hill, the Beets family assemble for their weekly gold weigh.
How did you trommel to make?
Slow, consistent.
Boy, I would like them trommels so much more than screen decks any day.
So, how was the shaker deck?
So we cleaned up that last bit of tailings there.
Well, it probably comes to the end for a while. For now, I think we'll just shut it down for a bit, concentrate on other.
So should we wake up then?
Yeah, we should. We should do the shaker deck first.
Let's do this.
The old-timer tailings have averaged 66 ounces a week.
20, 30, 40, 51, 48. Not bad.
Yeah, right?
Worth close to $100,000.
Total for the screen deck is 250.52.
Tony's gamble on the old-timer tailings has delivered $500,000.
That was a pretty nice little piggy bank down there, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mike's trommel has been running mega cut pay.
That's a nice jar.
Kevin, pour her in, man. Let's see what we got.
To hit their 3,000-ounce season goal, the Beets need to average 205 ounces a week. So Mike's trommel needs to deliver at least 154 ounces.
180, 190, 200, 209.8.
Worth $400,000.
So that's an ounce and a half an hour.
There you go. So that's okay too. Pick up $500,000 a week or better. What's the matter with it?
So what's our season total?
Our season total is 1,827.76.
Worth $3.3 million.
Keep her coming in, keep her turning. That's the big thing. Because the volume deal.
You guys should go and do some more.
Get the next batch ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice seeing you all. I think you should as well.
Right.
Every year we go to the next best piece of ground we've got, and we're hitting it hard, and it's not going to last.
26-year-old mine boss Parker Schnabel is in the last few weeks of his season, but still has 50% of the airstrip cut left to mine.
We really need this season to pay off. Like, gold prices are good, fuel prices are low. The big thing is just building up some cash so that we can buy a piece of ground, or so that we've got a lot of years of mining ahead of us.
Slucifer and Big Red are now working in tandem to bank as much gold as possible for Parker's mining future.
We got two plants side by side. You know, we got to fill Parker's old war chest up with all this gold here so we can put it towards this new ground that we need and get out of here before it's -20 and we can't run a wash plant.
Bitter end of the season here. We just want to try and keep these wash plants running until we're either out of thawed pay dirt or good enough days to do it. You never know when you're going to come out here and your wash plants are going to be froze up.
Co-foreman and chief mechanic Mitch Blaschke begins his daily checks on the wash plants.
I just got a call from Haley, Mitch's wife, and there's some pretty bad wildfires down in Oregon where Mitch lives. They've got an evacuation order, which doesn't sound like fun.
Howdy.
You need to call your wife. She got an evacuation order.
Okay.
Go deal with.
All right, thanks, man. Damn it.
Hi.
Oh, man. What's up, babe? Can you see the fire from the house?
It's really smoky. Evacuating all the way up to road.
To where?
They're evacuating my cousin's house that lived by Furwood School.
Oh, gotcha.
I know.
Which way's the wind going?
The wind is blowing towards our house.
All right, babe. Grab what you can and get out of there.
Okay.
Be safe.
Yes, I love you.
Okay. Love you, bye. It's not good. It's close and it's out of control, and there's not enough people or help to get it under control. It's tough. I mean, what do you do?
What's the verdict?
You came out of nowhere, dude. You got a big windstorm and 15 fires burning.
2020 and it sandwiches, eh?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's one that's like 2 miles from my house.
That's life at perspective, being can't be home to help. I don't know what I can do to...
At this point, I don't know. I'll figure out what I'm doing here, but I'll come down there and let you know either way. So.
Okay, sounds good, man. I'll hope the best for you.
Thanks. Hey, Parker, you got a minute?
Yeah.
There's some really bad wildfires down there, and they're getting close to us.
Your house?
And yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can get down there in time, but I gotta try. And it's just outside the next town.
Holy cow.
So my wife's down there trying to pack up everything she can in the back of her car, and
Need to go because it's just.
Yeah, when it comes to your home being threatened by some fires, it's obviously a lot more important than whatever we've got going on here. I don't want you to even consider not going after the conversation we've had. Yeah. I would expect anybody here to do no differently.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mitch.
You can make a decision, bud.
Now, Mitch has a 4-day drive ahead to reach his home in Sandy, Oregon.
I'll give you a hug, brother. Take care and drive safe, buddy.
Yeah, we'll do.
Miss you. I'll see you later.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Brennan, hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's gonna be a fight to the end this year.
I'm new, I don't know what to do.
At the Indian River, Parker Schnabel is a man down.
Mitch had to go home because there's fires near his place in Oregon. So right now I'm just having to take care of Lucifer and Brennan's with Big Red. I really hope we can pull it together this year and that losing Mitch doesn't cost us the season.
Hey, how's it going?
How proud of you?
Good.
Parker and his crew gather for the weekly Gold Weigh.
That's really that Mitch has to leave.
Yeah, I know, right? What a natural disaster going on at home there, eh? I can tell you, I've never seen Mitch look so stressed out ever since I've been here.
Yeah.
He was pretty scared of losing everything he's worked so hard for.
Well, I guess Haley and the baby are fine.
Yeah, which is the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he needed to go. It was the right thing.
So how'd the week go, Doom it?
You know, you guys really did good. Both plants in the same cut.
Yeah, they were both pretty much running the same pay, hey, Brennan?
Yeah.
With the trucks hauling? Like,
Yeah, they were, weren't they? Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right off the same back piece of the cut there.
With Mitch gone, Tyson Lee on Slucifer and Brennan Rouault on Big Red went head-to-head.
Well, why don't you bust them out and show us? Because
all right.
that was a terrifying week.
First up, Slucifer.
10, 30, 50, 80, 100, 120, 140, 150, 161 even.
Worth $305,000.
161?
Yeah, right on the nose.
Nice and steady.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's consistent. And here's Big Red.
100, 120, 150, 161.2.
Just 0.2 ounces more than Tyson's haul with Slucifer.
Say a word. That's how much more gold he got than you.
There you go. Huh, what is the chances of that? Well, I guess the gold's consistent in that cut.
Seriously.
That gives us a weekly total of 322.2 ounces. So our season total now is 6,090.6 ounces.
Worth $11.2 million and nearly 35% above this time last year, despite the late start.
It's been a pretty week for us here. We had to lose Mitch, but I mean, totally understandable. And look at that, the plants pretty much tied each other on gold. When the hell does that ever happen?
We've got to get the rest of this pace loose that we have.
Parker Schnabel is in trouble. He needs to run another 10,000 yards of pay. He has 2 plants, but Big Red is in pieces for a winter refit, and relentless running has burned out the motor on Slucifer.
So one of our neighbors has this old wash plant sat over here, that one.
So he's rented an old 120-yard-an-hour plant for the week.
It's definitely not anything like our wash plants. Oh, yeah.
So this is what it's come to?
This is where we're at.
Just one screen deck, eh?
Huh, it doesn't look bad. Probably not like 200-yard-an-hour plant. Oh, yeah. It'll work, Tyson. It's gonna wash them rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Doze. I don't think it's been ran in a little while. You know, the biggest problem is gonna be that that thing is a lot less yardage. And so we just need to get it set up and going before it's too late.
The big freeze is just days away, and this rented plant runs half as much dirt as Slucifer. Every second counts. After 3 hours, the borrowed plant is finally in position. It's time to fire up and run the last of the season's pay dirt.
Hey, Brennan! Good job. Well, you think any names for this thing or what?
What do you think of Little Hope?
Yeah, I like that one.
See if she wants to wash any rocks.
Alrighty, let's go fire this whole girl up. We got water. What a thing of beauty.
We got water going, so that's the first part, but looks like a pretty slow going wash plant. First scoop. It's all just piling up at the top.
You sure we can't slow this feeder down anymore?
This is our feed control. It's literally set all the way down. This at its slowest is almost pushing this wash plant over the edge.
Whoa, hang on, stop the feeder.
Kill the feeder?
Both feeders.
That one too?
Well, it's not the feeding that's the problem. Making it onto the feeder, it's in the screen deck, it's just not moving.
There's a lot more pressure on that screen deck now.
In an attempt to run the last of the pay dirt before winter hits, Parker's crew push his new borrowed wash plant to its limit, but it keeps getting blocked.
How's it going, Parker?
Good, how's our new wash plant?
Fabulous.
How much we running?
We put 4 loader buckets in it in about an hour and a half.
Well, like, what's the problem?
Man, it just keeps plugging up with the big boulders that make it through the grizzly bars. They're just sitting in the top deck, and then they're just not moving anywhere.
But they just sit on the deck.
Yeah, they sit on the deck, and then they plug up, and rock just jams in behind it, and it doesn't move down the deck. Like, we've had some good runs with her. Like, we've had a good 30, 45 seconds where it's not plugging up.
Okay, let's try just picking the front end up and give the deck some slope.
Right on.
Parker's plan? Use an excavator and wooden blocks to tilt the shaker deck downwards, to roll any large rocks off the deck and onto the tailings conveyor.
Keep going. I'm done, Brennan.
Here, I'll shove that.
Now maybe it'll do 30 yards an hour.
Man, you're pumping through it. Oh, he's jumping in. Get ready. Get water going. Parker's in the loader. Give her on.
I turned the feed rate up.
Oh, man. Oh.
Sounds like somebody wants to shovel.
Is it doing better?
Yeah, I'd say.
Should we crank her up?
No, this is good.
I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's getting rocks washed.
This is what you're looking for right there.
Oh, wow. Wait, Chris, where are we at right before these numbers?
Okay, so right now, we're at 6,988 ounces.
So we've had a hell of a good season.
A hell of a season.
Yeah.
But Parker's crew is hoping to set a new record.
The most we ever got in a year was 7,400.
Oh, so pretty close.
Yeah.
To top his best season ever, Parker needs his 3 plants this week to deliver just over 400 ounces.
We're gonna weigh up Lucifer first. Tyson, here we go.
20,
The pan's about to fall off
40,
the scale.
60, 80, 100, 140, 170, 200, 225.95.
Yeah. Good job, you guys. Brennan, this is red.
40, 60, 80. 112.65.
So it was a good run, you guys. You both
for
did
sure.
well. Both
I
did
wish
well.
Mitch was here to enjoy it with
Yeah,
us.
no kidding.
He's a big part of that.
But we also have one more plant to go, right?
The real killer. He's about to pull a 5-gallon pail out of there right now.
All right, so here we go. This is Little Hope.
To hit that record, Little Hope needs to deliver just 73 ounces.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 128, 150, 178.3.
You guys, you just broke another record. Our record is 7,400, and for the season, we have 7,504.9 ounces.
Cheers, guys.
Best year ever!
This gnarly bedrock that we're pulling out is definitely not easy on our equipment. It's banging and crashing hard on the shaker deck.
At Mud Mountain, Parker Schnabel's running bedrock, hoping it holds the $8 million in gold the drill results indicate is here.
How's things here?
It's pretty full.
Yeah, and with that bedrock, it packs worse too, huh?
Yeah.
Keep going.
All this big bedrock, it's not easy on the whole wash plant. We can't really afford any more repercussions or downtime. Had way too much of it. Damn. Whoa!
What the is going on here?
Well, as you can see, this motor's jumping all over the place. The reason for that, this right here, this is a tensioner. This keeps this motor isolated, and you can see it's broke.
All the vibration and the rattling and energy that gets transferred through these machines, running bedrock, takes a toll on them.
Oh man, she looks like it's been broke for a while. Must have just been rattling around in there and finally let loose.
At Parker Schnabel's claim, Mud Mountain bedrock has broken Big Red.
So there's a bolt that runs through here. You can see it's just ripped its way out, and you can see it's kind of rusty on this side, so it must have been cracked for a bit here, but it finally broke all the way. With this not attached here, that motor can just jump around, do whatever it wants.
A bolt holding the tensioner, which isolates the motor from the shaker deck, has broken loose from the steel plate it sits on. Mitch's fix: hoist the motor back into position. Realign the tensioner bolt. and weld it back into the plate.
Got to get the motor back in place so the belts stay on there, they stay tight, the shaker deck shakes, and this motor isn't jumping all over the place. So right now we've just got to get this back into position. And once we do that, then we can weld it up. So we've got to get that bolt lined right back up where it was there. Then we can polish it up and throw a weld on it. So right now we've got the shaker motor back in place. We got the tensioner bolt put back where it needs to be. We're gonna weld this thing back up. Once we do that, we'll take the clamps off. You know, Big Red's taken a lot of abuse this season and we gotta keep it going. Once we do this, we can fire back up and hopefully we can get through this pay dirt here from Mud Mountain before we have any more problems.
Watch your eyes.
Time to see if Tyson's weld holds.
30 seconds or 30 feet, that's my warranty.
Man, I think that's solid. Let's get her fired back up.
Sounds good.
Let's try her out. Hopefully, when we hit the switch, this shaker deck will shake like it's supposed to. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Crank it up. Well, that was quite a week.
Good week, yeah.
Well, you tell if it's a good week. We're out there ripping pay dirt, so.
If Dumit's leading with saying it's a good week, then it was actually a good week.
It was a good week for one of you. I remember running the plant. I hated it when I saw a truck coming with that blocky stuff. It's nothing but a pain in the butt.
Chris, get on the rail. Send it back.
Yeah,
send it back.
Yeah.
Just send that one right over the edge with tailings.
Good thing those days are long behind you, Chris.
Yeah. How's it going down there at Ken's?
Oh, good, just chugging away. I'd say we're about halfway through the bad cut right now, but.
Well, I think we ought to throw Slucifer on there and see how the bad cut's turning out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ready?
Why do you want to do the bad stuff first? When you were a kid and people asked you, would you want the good news or the bad news, would you pick the good news or the bad news?
Bad news. Here we go. Bad cut.
Let's do her.
Last week, at the bad cut, Slucifer delivered 192 ounces of gold.
60, 80, 100, 110, 112.85.
There you go, living up to its name.
That's not that bad.
No.
Worth over $200,000.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the first cleanup, but...
Which is odd, because normally the first one isn't very good, but...
But coming from you, I expect things to be backwards, you know?
Next, time to find out if Parker's gamble running the bedrock was the right call.
All the fun stuff. Blocky bedrock. You ready?
Yeah, we know. Do it.
See what we got
Okay,
here.
you read it out.
So far, Big Red's best gold weigh from Mud Mountain
30,
has been just 190 ounces.
150, 180, 200, 230, 250. Keep going. 300, 350, 399.65.
Keep her coming. So this is on top of 300 and change. We got another 50, another 70, another 84.45.
You must know what those add up to.
484.1 ounces.
No way.
Yeah.
Worth a massive $870,000. And finally, a change of fortune at Mud Mountain.
Sweet, man. That was definitely
worth the struggle right there.
Is that sweet or what?
That's got to be the best cleanup Big Red's ever had.
Yeah, it is. For the week, you guys, this is pretty sweet. It's 596.95 ounces, almost 600 ounce week.
Is that our best week this year?
Oh, by far. Yeah, by far.
In total, the Schnabel crew has brought in over $1 million in gold this week.
It gives us a season total of 5,230 ounces, 30.5 ounces.
So far, I'm not really impressed with what's happening. We're only halfway on that 4,500 ounce goal.
Tony Beets is battling to hit his season goal and keep his operation afloat.
This year we're at $5 million in the hole, and I'd sure like to hit that target to come out even this year.
2/3 of the way through the season, he has 2,500 ounces, just over half what he needs.
Right now we're battling the weather, because if the rain's hit on the Paradise Hill, it's very hard to move this pay.
Tony's sluicing gold-rich pay from the wall cut through his only running wash plant, Mike's trommel. But heavy rain is flooding the cut and soaking the pay.
If we can get it in the truck and we can get it to the feeder, that's about it when it turns wet. We are pretty much trying to move wet cement around. That's how bad it gets sometimes.
It's hard to get in and out of the cuts because it's so slippery. It costs a lot of time, and so it costs Tony a lot of money.
It's pissing rain again, so give it a couple hours and everything be a soup hole again. That we got to deal with once and for all. Dig a little ditch so all the water stays on one side, and that should drain most of the cut. We're gonna pump all the water out, and we got to put a proper drain in the cut so we can actually get our pay out of here.
We're dealing with this really soupy, muddy stuff, which needs to be quite carefully put through the plant.
The wet pay is slowing down the plant.
Unfortunately, it has to run on a very slow feed, which drives me crazy. I just want to turn this thing up and sling dirt into her. And it also needs a little bit more time to be washed in the trommel so that we actually separate the gold from this muddy clay material and it doesn't just get washed out right out the back end.
Hey, Ruby, how's it going through today?
Going slow, Kevin. There better be some good gold in it.
Let's have a look-see today. Wow. Hey, Cody, we're gonna have to shut down.
That kind of sucks. Hey, Tony, yeah, well, this stuff is really gooey. We got a lot of overspill. I had to shut her down.
They don't have no time for this. When you get that feeder back up and running, fire her back up. So we can run this because it is nasty crap, okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't really got much other option other than shoveling out. You can get real fancy with ideas, but you know what? We can just shovel it. Well, with all this dirt falling on the tail pulley, it's gonna get buried. That applies weight and pressure, which will slow the belt down, which will cause it to pile up, which will cause us even more shoveling.
Material drops onto the conveyor belt because this material is so wet and soupy. It's actually just sliding right off the back of the conveyor and piling up on our tail pulleys.
Come on.
Every minute that this plant's down, we're losing like $25 a minute.
That is pretty good right there, honestly. Yeah. Now we got everything shoveled out. Hopefully it doesn't pile up like that again. We got it. Okay, now we put our chain across. That feels good. All right, let's fire up and get you boys back on your trucks. And go.
After 3 hours, Tony is back on the gold.
On to the next cup of hole.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
guys.
hi family.
How are you?
Hope you got more than that.
But wait, there's more.
Don't scare me, will you? So, how was this week, guys?
Wet, if you ask me.
Did we sluice all week, Mike?
No, with the paint being so wet, you can't shove it through there.
Kind of done with the rain. How long were we down for?
What, 2-3 days?
That sounds about right, yeah.
We spend most of our time building roads trying to get into the pay. At least we get some gold out of the ground, but that weather is slowing us down like you wouldn't believe.
Yep.
Anyways, that's all piggy bank gold. And seeing as we did sluice and we did get some gold, maybe somebody wants to weigh.
Sure, as long as I don't have to
I
count.
think Faith should count.
Faith.
Oh, come on, Faith. You were slow this morning.
It's fine.
It's fine.
To stay on track for his 4,500-ounce goal, Tony needs his piggy bank to deliver 237 ounces of gold.
Ready?
Yeah.
$40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $110, $120, $130, $140, $160, $170, $190, $200. $204.72.
Worth almost $370,000.